All right, it does show us live on YouTube and Facebook. Let's give it a second here before we get started. Almost done. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get kicked off and started. I am losing significant patience after a year plus of, of doing these broadcasts and waiting on Facebook to alert folks. So as you start hopping onto this broadcast, please do me a huge favor, give us a thumbs up or other reactions, except for that angry emoji that is available. You can also comment onto the video so you can let us know who is tuned into the broadcast and we can give you those shout outs. As you know, I am Juliette Abdel, your Chamber President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. So excited to be on here today with a small business feature, Erica of Sweets of Inspiration. Thank you so much for being on here with me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. So before we delve into our topic for today, you all know that I like to provide updates, let you know of how to connect with us. So I'll go ahead and get started with that. If you know of folks that are not active on Facebook that should be tuning into our broadcasts, there is also an opportunity via our YouTube channel, Westminster Chamber of Commerce, where they can find this streamed in real time and can engage with us through the comment section there as well. Of course, if you are new to our page, we want you to continue to come back to us, tuning in not only with our live broadcast, but any of the content that we continue to push. The best way that you can be engaged with us is by hitting the like button and making sure that you follow the page so that you can get those notification alerts when we go live, when we post content, and when there's really any activity on our pages. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for taking the time to be on here with us. Quick shout out to Brenda Garner. Thank you for hopping onto the broadcast with us. Those of you that have been with us since the start, we've been hosting these broadcasts for over a year now, allowing our businesses an opportunity to learn how to adapt to the environment, the changing environment that we are all in. Of course, hearing from electeds and then hearing from content or subject matter experts. These broadcasts for the last few weeks have focused on our small businesses, specifically for Small Business Week. And so what we've been doing, because we have a current program that's going on that encourages people to shop, dine, or do business and collect hopefully a golden ticket somewhere in our community, we've been able to feature some of those participating businesses on the broadcast for you. And so today is no different. We'll be able to do that. But one last thing, if you have not already discovered that we are on all things social, please connect with us and engage on Instagram, Twitter at Westy Chamber, and of course on YouTube, Westminster Chamber of Commerce, and LinkedIn. So I do see Sean Kaiser. Thank you, Sean, for hopping on. And Jordan, thank you guys for tuning into the broadcast. Along the way, I do ask that you engage with me. The best way that you can do that is by commenting remarks along the way, asking questions, or just letting me know any thoughts that you might have. With that, I'll transition straight over to Erica. Erica, you are a small business that's here in Westminster. Tell us a little bit about your business, what it is, and what you guys offer.
We are a local bakery cafe located in the city of Westminster, the heart of the Art District. We offer a wide variety of products. We do custom cakes, pastries, baked goods, coffees. We also offer breakfast and lunch items as well. So we make breakfast burritos and our own green chilies. So yeah.
And one of the things that you do, which it took me a while to even find, so for those that are searching for it, I want them to know you can customize the types of items that you offer too, and really personalize it past just regular artwork that might be for, families, but even from the business lens as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We offer custom designs on cakes and cookies, and that will help personalize any sort of event you're having. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. So tell people a little bit about you. I always love to know who is running the business, why they're running the business. And then more importantly, are you a Westminster? Were you a native here and you decided to up and open a business? How did this all come together?
Well, through faith for sure. So I am a Colorado native, but I'm from Southern Colorado. I was born and raised there and then moved to the Denver area, going on 3 years now in July. And I ultimately wanted to move up here and open up a pastry coffee shop. And fate had it that God was going to go ahead and give me the bakery a little earlier than I anticipated, which was a blessing actually. So yeah, I have 3 beautiful kids. I have a wonderful man in my life and family that is amazing and supportive. So yeah, I'm super excited to be for running this bakery. So yeah.
One of the things that I love, and other people don't know this, but there's a big family dynamic that's involved in your bakery. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we're a family-run bakery. I own the bakery 100%. So I'm a woman-owned business, and my family helps me run it. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't have the support and the help to run that bakery. So, yeah, my mother does the baking. My boyfriend runs the cafe, and my kids dive in and they help be creative and wash dishes. And so it's really nice to have a family-owned business. My grandmother actually owned a cafe for 39 years, and she did a lot of the recipes we have are her recipes that we've carried on to the bakery.
That is pretty impressive. And was your grandmother here in Colorado as well, since you're a native, or?
Yeah, Southern Colorado. She's in Fort Garland, a really little small town in Southern Colorado, near the sand dunes.
Okay, that is awesome. I love that you've continued to carry the generations throughout, and being able to serve that up to your customers. What is unique about you and your brand in specific?
Well, when I decided I wanted to open up a coffee pastry shop, I have the heart to inspire people. We want to inspire people, and whether that's to have a great day or be kind to others or use their creative talent, we just want to inspire, and we want to use our product to inspire. So that's thus the name Sweets of Inspiration. We want to set out that positive inspiration out to everybody, and then in turn they can pay it forward and provide the same inspiration to other people. So that's what I think our unique brand is just using our product, our custom creations, our tasty delights, all of that stuff, feeding our minds and our souls, and then just to inspire.
Would you say, and I know that we had a group that was out there kind of last week, really just last Friday, for a lunch mob and everything. Feedback was awesome on it. Do people know that you can actually sit down and enjoy at your location? Are you seeing most of the experiences are a takeout in nature? And is that something that you want to see more of, one way or another?
I like it. I like both. I like personal experience. I like to be able to, if they come into the bakery, they sit down and we get to chat with them, and they get to know about them, and they get to know about us. That's a great dynamic that I really want to keep and maintain there. With COVID, it's kind of, made it a pickup service more lately, but we really miss that interaction. But yeah, I like both parts of that. We also have seating outside the bakery so people can come and enjoy, the weather and the food all at one time. So.
I'm just peppering you with questions. I'm so intrigued by your brand, and you know this. I've loved to learn more about you over the last several weeks, and just see you take ownership of not only how you run the business, but the heart that you have behind it. I think that's so inspiring in itself. So tell me, from if I'm someone that is health conscious, okay, and I am, eating kale or maybe salads or anything like that. what is there something that's for me on your menu? Is there something that you can create that would fill, my health needs or dietary restrictions that might have?
So we definitely want to offer our services to as many people as we possibly can. And so with that, depending on what you're wanting to order, the baked goods side or cakes, or if you're wanting to come in and eat something, we try to provide something for everyone. And so, for instance, we have people that are gluten, free, and so we do provide stuff for them if they're gluten friendly. Or we have people that call and ask for cakes that they have allergies, and we're super sensitive to that. We are not an allergy-free, a gluten-free bakery or a nut-free bakery, but we do take the time to sanitize areas and make it, be able to fulfill these orders for people.
So back to the sanitizing, because we talked a little bit about how COVID has made things different. They've changed the experience a little bit. You saw more of that takeout, but still support from the community, which is awesome. And then we talk about the sanitization mechanism that you have in place, because you are trying to be as conscious as possible of some of those allergies that people have, or other needs that they try and maintain. What were some of the things that you have in place because of COVID, or some things that you may already have been doing that you're continuing to do?
Just continuing to sanitize when people are in, and COVID has made us create in-depth processes for it. And so what we were already doing, we have to double or triple the amount to take care of that. But we just want to make sure that our customers stay healthy. And then the same thing with allergies or anything. We always try to take the extra precaution to account for that stuff as well. So we were already doing this stuff, so it wasn't a big change for us. We just had to increase what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, increase the frequency. And so you are a different story, and a lot of people don't know this, and I don't want you to necessarily pour out every single detail, because I think there are some that you would rather hold. But we shared that you are not only a native here, but you are a mom of 3. And that you are running and owning this bakery, of course, with some support from family. What other people are not knowing as well is that in your background is in the bakery. It's an office setting, and so there is another dynamic of being, in a higher level position in another company as well, or another corporation. And so, how do you balance all of this? You've got a lot of things in the air, and it's so intriguing to see someone that continues to not only provide for their family, but to work in numerous roles and be an owner. So what does that look like in terms of balancing your world, if there is any balance, right?
Scheduling, it's passion. I think ultimately comes down to the passion behind it. I do have a full-time job as an accounting manager for a franchise company, and then I own the bakery. But it's not all me. It's the support that I have, my family support that I have. My children that you mentioned. My kids will go in and help me on the back end. I have my youngest; she's constantly in there helping me do dishes for all the decorating I do at night, and then. At work, I have the flexibility to be able to do things like this that do not, even affect the company I work for. Flexibility there. And so I would like to take credit for being able to do that, but I can't. It's the support that I have behind me, my boss, my day job, my kids, my family, my boyfriend, my mom, that they are the key to it all. I could not do it by myself.
I agree. Yeah, it always takes this strong support network that's there, and it takes a lot of initiative from you as a person too. So I wanted to also bring that in, because we love the support and everything that helps you get things done, but that's a lot on you personally to make sure you carry that vision and make it a reality, especially when you mentioned, you shared briefly that there was fate. There was a lot of the timeline of things lined up for you to open a bakery, but not necessarily when you thought you were. And so that takes a lot of risk to just jump in and deep dive. I see Brian Head. Brian is one of our past chairmen, and he is sharing a nice good morning message our way. Thank you for hopping onto the broadcast with us, Brian. We have Erica from Sweets of Inspiration Bakery, located in our historic South Westminster area at the heart of our Arts District. And Erica has already been sharing with us some of the services that they provide, some of the custom opportunities for their bakery side, all the way to their catering and additional breakfast and lunch options that you can have, from their homemade types of salsa to other different recipes that she's been able to carry from generation to generation. So as you're hopping onto this broadcast, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop that into the comment section, or continue to engage with us along the way. And Erica, I'm just going to keep going if that's okay. We are National Small Business Week, and so a big part of that was trying to decipher riddles. The riddles were our way to encourage people to go out there and do business with our closed loop of participating businesses. So we've had some of our dining partners that have participated, all the way to some of service providers, and of course to even our bakery and coffee shops. You have been one of those, so thank you so much for taking part in that. And one of the things that we've been doing is anyone that kind of drops in, if you did not have a ticket at your business for them, then you at least had some of our branded masks or shirts that you can give away to people. Was there anything else that you were offering folks for this? You know, some of our partners were already generally have continual opportunities for either buy one, get ones, or happy hours, or different things like that they've been able to parlay with Small Business Week. And then some have been offering like a 10% if they know that you're coming in for that. Do you have any promotions that you generally always have running in your bakery, or was there anything that you were doing for this?
Yeah, we do offer certain things. We offer, we have some very loyal customers, and so we offer them a loyalty percentage off. We offer percentages off for teachers and students and military, and so that's some of the things that we offer outside of the Small Business Week. But during Small Business Week, if they come in and mention that it's Small Business Week, we would give them a free cupcake, give them a chance to try out our cake flavors.
Oh, man, I wish this was running until Sunday when I had my cheat day. I would totally go.
Actually, if they mention it till the end of May, on the 29th, we'll continue to offer a free cupcake up until the 29th of May.
Okay, I am holding you accountable to this. I am one of those that has a terrible sweet tooth, and I've been able to prevent it, but I will try it so I can continue to promote and tell people why you guys are so amazing. Now, here's another really cool thing that you are doing, and that is you are sponsoring a lot of our programs and events that we have, specifically our grand opening and ribbon cutting celebrations. And so for people that are coming to those, they'll be able to try some of your cake options and see just how well that you can business brand it. So we had a ribbon cutting just yesterday where some folks were really appreciative of that. And then I know that we have one coming up here next Thursday with Roof Tech. So anyone that is tuned into the broadcast, if you come to that ribbon cutting grand opening celebration for one of our partners, and our ribbon cutting events are only 30 minutes, so anyone can really fit it in. The time that we do it is either around the lunch hour, so you can have a reason to go out and eat with us, or a few minutes before your workday ends, again, so you can leave work a little bit earlier. In this case, leave it so you can also have a sweet treat and then head home. But we would love to have you come out to that ribbon cutting and even experience some of the cake options that Sweets of Inspiration has. So I just wanted to give that plug in for anybody that's tuned in. If you didn't know that, now we offer that as just kind of a way to welcome and provide support. And of course, our partners at Sweets of Inspiration do that as well. So you are about to you've been here for 3 years. Has your business been around for exactly that time period, the 3 years that you've been here? Or did it start a year afterward, 2 years after? I mean, how long has the business been in place?
Well, actually, when I moved to Denver, everything kind of just happened one right after another. So when I moved here, I started my job 2 weeks later. And then after that, 2 weeks later, I was presented with the opportunity to purchase the bakery. And so I took over the bakery in November of 2018.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Nice. So you're about to hit your 3-year anniversary here in 6 months. Can you believe that?
I know, and it's crazy because you know, it's exciting to be able to say that following COVID.
Right.
There's just so many businesses out there that you know, were struggling and had a hard time even making it through, and the fact that we were able to do that so new was you know, definitely a blessing. We had a wonderful just wonderful customers that continue to support us to make sure that our doors stayed open.
And that's what I was going to ask was, you know, how did you continue to stay afloat? Was it a matter of, did you end up changing some of your offerings because of COVID? Were you trying to adapt to only what people were needing? I mean, we saw this in a lot of restaurants, for example, that you might go out there and their menu was different than what they usually have. It was a lot shorter. It was more condensed because they weren't keeping on hand everything. Otherwise, it was just this cost that they had that was sitting in the back, and they didn't have the bandwidth to be able to offer that with the types of people that were, or the number of people that were either carrying out or just seeking delivery, and of course reducing the volume that they were using.
We didn't see much of a change, and the reason why is because I think that the stuff that we offer, it was food wise, it was already you know, smaller items, and our bakery is set up to really for people to come in and pick up. And so it was already designed for a way for us to function during COVID that we didn't have to make too many changes for, which is super amazing. So that alone, I think, helped get us through COVID.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. When you walk in, it is more of that. You feel both dynamics. You can go through and straight pick up a takeout and go, and then what I love most is probably just the charm that you feel that it's family, and that's not, you don't feel that in very many places, even that they are, you know, and I just love that you've been able to retain that. Where can people find you? I know we told them the district that you're in or what part of our city of Westminster, but the exact address, people are going to put it in that GPS and try and look for you. Where is that?
So we are located on 7305 Lowell Boulevard, and it's unit 180, but we actually take up a couple of units. But yeah, we're off of 73rd and Lowell. And also you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and we also have a website as well.
And do people generally, I'm just going to pull up your address since you just mentioned that for folks to be able to find you and know where you're at. And you have Facebook, you're on Instagram. Was there, I feel like you mentioned another platform too.
Web page. We have a web page now.
You have a website as well. Thank you. And so if people are wanting to order, is it just something that they can do by phone? Do they have to call by phone? Is it better if they go online, or where would you push people to try and do business with you? I guess it would be the better way to approach it.
I think the best way to start would be go to our website. We have our basic cake prices, and then that will at least give them a place to start. It'll show them, you know, the work that we've done in the past. It also provides our cake flavors, our frostings, our fillings. It provides that type of information they're going to need. That way, if they do need to customize their order, they can call us and already have that information available. So that way, when we ask, they know. And also, if they really want to just get a quote and get a feel for what we have to offer, there is an option through our website to send the order form and an email to us, and then we can respond by email as well.
Excellent. And I pulled up the website for them. I actually had pasted it in there, and for some reason it wouldn't do it. So I had to do the separation. There is no separation. It is all just one word, sweetsofinspiration.com. And of course, you can find them on all things social. Here is their Facebook page directly. The cool thing is when you go to their website, you can see all the different flavors. So do you end up changing those flavors on a routine basis? Is that something that, do you stick to specific standards? So for example, we have some of our partners that as seasons change or different holidays come up, they might do things that are different around those, just like a temporary or, you know, some things to keep in mind type of thing. Do you do that as well, or are your things pretty standard?
So the flavors that we have are the flavors we have all of the time. So even if you're in the winter and you're craving a lemon fresh cake, you can still get that at that time. We do offer other items though during the like seasonal items such as like pumpkin bread, anything pumpkin in the fall time. And so we do the flavors that we have on our website are things that we offer all of the time. But we have customers that call and say, "Hey, can you make this cake?" And we're like, you know what? Yes, let's go ahead and try that for you. So we're willing to also offer other flavors that aren't even on the list. If you call us with enough time so that we can put that custom quote together.
Yeah, I just think that's so wonderful whenever people know that you're open to trying new things, because that's one thing I found is sometimes people, especially when you're a smaller establishment, you're dedicated to specific things. You're like, this is all that we're doing. And so to know that you're able to have that flexibility and you have that mindset of, I'm going to say yes and I'm going to figure out how to do it, as opposed to turning away the customer, and that's not sadly, a lot of people don't take that approach anymore. I think that's terrific. I'm going to ask for one last contact information before I start wrapping this up, and that is your phone number. If people want to phone you for any reason, what is a good number that they can reach you at?
So our bakery phone number is, I'm sorry, I don't have it memorized, but our bakery phone number is 720-542-6580.
Perfect. Awesome. And I've just, again, all of the ways that you can contact Sweets of Inspiration are included in the comment section of this broadcast so that you can connect with them on all things social. Of course, you can phone them. The best way that you can do business with them is by going directly to their website, which we've also included in the comment section. Today, we have with us, of course, Erica. She is the owner and the brains behind Sweets of Inspiration that's here in Westminster. For those of you that are hopping onto this broadcast later on, or maybe watching this later, Erica is located off of 73rd and Lowell in our more historic arts district that's down here in Westminster. They are a small business that has weathered even COVID over this last year and has continued trucking on. That speaks volumes. They are someone that is about 6 months shy of 3 years. So to be able to move through something as big as what knocked out businesses that have been around for years and decades on end, I think just shows the testament of not only Erica's willpower, but the team and her support network and how they're providing great products and the level of service. Of course, Sweets of Inspiration is also our sponsor on a number of our grand opening type of thing, to our member outreach activities and investor opportunities. So if you are interested in trying things out, always come out to those types of grand opening events so you can experience it. But we encourage you to go over there and drop in or sit down and enjoy that. And of course, they continually have different discounts. So if any of you are military or teachers or students, if you are a loyalty customer, there is a percentage off that they offer. So I just want to peep that in quickly, because I know several members of our community fall into that category. So do your part in supporting local, especially during Small Business Week. Our program will conclude here in about the next 24 hours. We still have one golden ticket that remains unfound. And so what we're going to do is release another riddle this afternoon. The riddle is going to be a little bit easier than the last two to try and push you to the right place. But of course, where you can find that golden ticket is the businesses that are participating in Small Business Week. There are literally less than 2 handfuls. It's designed that way so we can guide you to specific businesses and see how much time and effort it was on your part, but of course the businesses, so we can continue to grow that program in the future. If you go to a business that does not have the ticket, know that so many of them do have swag, they do have percentages off, and we just encourage you to mention that you're there to support them. Thank them for being a member of our community. And as things continue to open back up, I'm going to continue to harp on this. If there is a business that's being a little bit more, I would say, stringent on their policy, if they have masks and they say, we really want people to wear masks as they're coming in, even if we are in this level of clear, please be respectful and mindful of the business location and upholding what their policy is and what they would like. I always just bring the masks with me, and then I look at their door, I look at their storefront or facade, and make sure that some of that information that's listed, if it says mask wearing, if it doesn't, if it says anything else, to just be mindful and respectful of that business. And continue to shop local, continue to shop small. Erica, thank you so much for being on here with me. It was such a treat to see you. It always is. And I'm just so fortunate that you are a part of our network and to be participating in the Small Business Week activities.
Well, thank you for having me and having Sweets of Inspiration. It's a pleasure on our end.
Of course. Have a great day.